Okay, so I kind of did say I won't talk about Switch 2 again. However, first of all, this I don't think this kind of counts in some way because this is a different story entirely. But also, even if it was the case, I still had to bring this up because this is just the holy grail of garbage. Now, if you guys don't know what's going on here, and I bet a lot of money you may not know what's going on here. Um, but today was the Mario Kart World Direct, and believe it or not, despite having a history record of me saying "f you" to Mario Kart, because I literally do have a history record of saying "f you" to it, despite ironically having free games, believe it or not, Mario Kart. But I played more of Sonic All Star Racing, so I guess which one is my favorite. I decided to watch this direct because, to catch you all up, believe it or not, the reason why I came here is because, yes, it was because of the. I wanted to truly see if they could validate to the people that this game they're putting out in for $80 is valid for $80. Now, for context, because I think we do need to back up a little bit, and again, try to make this quick. But this has been an ongoing crisis point situation of people hating on Nintendo because, like I said in the last huge long ass video, they do not seem to have and this is actually the same thing again today. They do not have a good idea of how to communicate. And not to mention, try to explain a lot of things, especially with the pricing and other things, of course. But pricing has been a big thing, and we still yet to figure out what's the new pricing for the Switch 2. Which, either way, no matter what, it's going to get higher. Let's just be honest about that. And I don't have to go into details why. I did a ton of videos, but Mario Kart World is also a big issue for a separate reason because the pricing of the Switch 2, not that bad in any ways, honestly, though it still is high price. However, Mario Kart World is the bigger issue because it's listed at $80. Now, before I continue, like always, and I do want to stress this out, if you want to get this game and the game system, and heck, get the bundle, which actually I think is recommended if you want to get both, you can do that. You're not dumb for doing that because I know there's a lot of diehard fans who wants to get it. They want to play the cow in the game. I guess it's a meme and want to play it. That's totally fine, to say the least. I'm possibly myself might get the Switch 2, but once I get afford it, and even then, once the pricing goes down on it, because there is going to be a pricing down on that thing. But of course, I'll just stick to also Switch OLED. But again, I do highly insist that it's your choice. I want to make it crystal clear. It is the people's choice to choose whether or not if they want to buy it or not. No one's wrong for buying a game console or a video game. However, I will admit I do feel sorry for those people, because, and not in a bad way, mind you. It's just that, man, you're gonna have to use $80 regardless. Which, again, I totally get it. You want to use $80? Go on ahead. It's not like the first time a video game has been priced at, but it is the very first time a major video game was priced at. Like, it's not the same like some of my examples I've been giving. But even then, for the most part, you can argue that's because of DLC and, of course, probably some stupidity. Okay, if you count like triple A clock gold and stuff. And even then, they smartly keep putting the price down to $1, so they don't even count as much. Although it is shovelware, or rather shovel tool. However, Mario Kart World is kind of like the first game right now in the history to truly hit the shelves as $80. That is a major big game. And many people were pissed off. So many people and including myself, although I wasn't pissed off, I was just curious. I honestly wanted to jokingly see, along with other people, to see if they did lower the price. No, they did. Not only did they not announce that, but guess what? The even worse part is they just basically made a direct for nothing. That's even more issue than the price. They made a direct for nothing. They, like, even the Pokemon Presents stuff is more info than that shit. Like, and I'm not joking, if you actually watch the direct, it was actually like, they did have new stuff in it, but barely anything. It's just stuff that many predicted. Even then, it was not big enough to give, valid $80. Like, if it was the timing and all that, like they've been saying on how much they make it, I could probably see that. But even then, now it's not even looking like that because, seriously, many people, including myself, were going into this direct not because of the game, but hopefully they could actually at least, because I had a gut feeling they would never lower the price, but at least had an explanation to explain themselves. They have 15 fucking minutes to explain themselves, and they didn't. I mean, have they not been paying attention to what's been going on? I'm hoping there's a big direct so they could actually back up and explain a lot, because holy fuck. And just go back to what I've been saying earlier. And that is the fact that Nintendo is not explaining things right. Like I said in the previous long video at the end, the issue isn't just all the other things, because that is opinion based. The real issue is Nintendo caused this on themselves because they're not explaining jack shit. They need to be actually clear, crystal clear, about what's going on here, and they're not doing it. Like, I personally get it if it's like business reasons, but at this point, the smart thing to do in business right now is to actually tell people what's going on here and why. It's super confusing and dumb and all that. I've seen this before, and it's like really, it's just really nuts. And it's kind of rivaling that of the Wii U, because at least the Wii U, they tried their best, but it was like falling down. This is a whole different can of worms. But anyways, yeah, I just want to give my quick thoughts on this, because apparently this is crazy. Really hoping the next direct is actually information and actually talk about give them their explanations. Anyways, this has been Flosscat, snapping out of here. Bye.